So on the topic of adapting to change, expectation of customer in the hospitality loyalty program, we will welcome today on stage Carolyn Wishnowski, who is the VP Brand and Marketing at Millennium Hotels. We will welcome Emilie Couton, the CEO of AccorPlus, and of course I welcome back Philip to animate this session. Thank you.
Am I on? Am I on? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm so excited about this panel. I'm going to take a seat now, surrounded by these two beautiful ladies. So we'll start with Emilie. I think you have a couple of really interesting information to share with us about AccorPlus Explorer. Did I say this right now?
You said it very right.
Excellent. So please, we're all curious to hear you out.
Well, we're talking about subscription today. So let's see with the room. Can I get by a show of hands who subscribe to any type of membership program? So I'm going to help you here. Google Cloud, your Netflix, your Disney Plus, your Spotify. Here you go. Here you go. So everyone knows about subscription. Well, actually, subscription economy will represent 2.1 trillion US dollar by 2034. So that is one of the reasons I'm very interested in this business. When you look at subscription, you will see that there are very few that are linked to travel and lifestyle, all of what I've mentioned earlier, streaming, cloud, and so on and so forth. At Accor, we started subscription more than 30 years ago. So at the time, that was very much pioneer. And what happened last year is that we relaunched the program and became all AccorPlus Explorer. Some of you have known it as AccorPlus before. There was a major research that was done 2 years prior to make sure that this was now matching the expectation of the customer, basically. So to be very clear on what you represent, you have All Accor, which is the free loyalty program of Accor, where you earn points and you are able to redeem them across the network and across partners, right? Mm-hmm. Then on top of that, there is an additional layer, which is about subscription. The subscriber pay up front to get access to exclusive accommodation benefits, dining benefits, access and exclusive access to experiences, and also status. Right? So obviously here, the intent is to create even more engagement. And what we see with the subscription program is that a subscriber is going to stay 5 times more than a non-member and spend roughly more than 4 times more. So it really creates engagement and it supercharges loyalty. So the program, as I mentioned, Explorer, was launched last year. It gives access to free nights, exclusive access to what we call distressed inventory, so highly discounted room, dining benefit, experiences, and tier status. So basically, when you become a subscriber, you achieve immediately gold status. If you're already gold, that gets you quicker to platinum. So you get rewards immediately when you register, basically. Now, this has been very, there is a bit of a, anyway, you get it, scale. The secret sauce of the program, again, we've been on the market for 30 years, and we partner with a lot of companies, especially financial services, who embed the program into their own product. And so the key reason for the success is 3 things: is scale, simplicity, and consistency. The scale is that the program gives you access to more than 5,000 hotels worldwide, and especially in Asia Pacific, it's 1,400 hotels, it's 1,800 restaurants, and 1,200 bars, and so on. So it gives you access to a scaled inventory. It's very simple. So, and that was really one of the learning from the research, is that you need to be simple. People need to understand your value proposition very clearly. And I think with the new value proposition we have, it's very clear. You you know, it's a paradox of choice, right? When you give people too many choices, then you start to get frustrated and wonder, you know, having a bit of FOMO. So at some stage, really what you want is to give the right choices at the right time and create simplicity in the decision. And then the consistency. What's good with the consistency is that the member knows what to expect, the hotels know what to deliver, and the partner we work with know that we deliver value, right? So the scalability of the program has been really what makes it very valuable. Now, I really love talking about Nat. So do we have any Australian in the room? Yeah, I see one there, yeah. Okay, so you may know Nat. For the one who don't know her, she is born in Melbourne, Australia, from a Thai family 30 years ago. And when I first met her, we had discussion about travel, and I realized that she was very well-traveled for an Australian, sorry. And basically she had been in many different cities in Asia, but not only the primary one. So you would talk to her, obviously she's from Thai origin, she had been to Bangkok, but she had been to Hua Hin too. She had been to Ho Chi Minh, but she had been to Dalat, right? So not the mainstream route. And so I asked her, how come? You know, you're very young, how come you've been to all those places? And she looked at me and said, Red Hot Room. So for the one of you in the room who don't know what Red Hot Room here is, I highly encourage you to look at all AccorPlus Explorer benefits, but I'm going to explain to you. Red Hot Rooms is highly discounted accommodation rates. It's up to 50%. And this is basically available in hotels during low season and during time where they actually need business. And so her parents, that became AccorPlus Explorer in 1995, and the program was launched in 1994. What they were doing is that they were hunting for those rates to bring the family on holidays, 4 people on holidays, that was making their budget work smarter, longer, and so they went to all those places, right? And when I talked to her, what she mentioned is basically this was not only holidays. For parents, it was really like more than education, right? It was giving her more perspective, how to connect with people, how to create belonging, how to discover cuisine, right? And so on and so forth. So it was really about stories that she remembered. Fast forward 30 years later, why did I meet her? She won MasterChef Australia 2 years ago. She's a proud ambassador, F&B ambassador of Pullman. She's a very talented chef, having a big following. She just published a book. And this is what the program is about. It's not about transaction. It's not about discount. This is about the stories that are told thanks to your product. We tend to believe that our success is a little bit linked to all AccorPlus Explorer. And, okay. And yeah, I guess that's what I wanted to show you. It's about, the loyalty program is about the stories to tell. So it's basically, if I leave you with a question is, what stories is your loyalty program telling, right? And that was the story I wanted to tell. So just showing you the new program.
Thank you very much, Emilie. This is quite something fresh, actually, right? Distinctly different from traditional loyalty programs. On the other side of the spectrum, we have Carolyn from Millennium Hotels. I mean, you are more traditional, right? So just talk us through a little bit about Millennium and how you see loyalty.
Sure. I actually have a few slides to present, so if I could get the click.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Thank you again, HSMAI, for having me, and thank you, Philip. So, as Philip said, we are definitely a more traditional loyalty program. We're not subscription-based, intentionally so. But before that, let me take you as an overview and an introduction to Millennium Hotels and Resorts. Firstly, how many of you have heard of us? Oh, wow. Okay, that's impressive. But I'm going to give you an overview of our brand put together.
Does it not work? Oh, yeah.
Here we are. So we continue to expand our global footprint with 145 properties across 6 regions and more than 37,000 rooms worldwide. Today, our loyalty ecosystem exceeds 4.4 million members, creating stronger direct engagement opportunities across our portfolio. In 2026, or rather recently, I'm not too sure if you've seen the news, but Millennium was recognized as Singapore's leading hotel brand for the 2nd consecutive year in the Brand Finance Evaluation Report, so a Singapore-based driven report. Our brand grew 24.8% to $526 million, ranking us 27th among Singapore's top 100 most valuable brands. So that to us is really huge. These results reflect the strength of our brand transformation strategy, which is what we're working on this year, and growing consumer relevance globally.
What's with this thing? May I?
Yeah, no problems. So just an overview of our brand portfolio. Our multi-brand strategy sort of allows us to serve distinctive traveler segments while maintaining clear brand differentiation. From luxury and premium hospitality to lifestyle and extended stay offerings, each of our brand is designed around evolving guest expectations and personalization, which is really core and really important to us as a brand. This portfolio approach gives us greater agility to compete across markets, customer profiles, and travel locations. Now introducing our very traditional loyalty program. So just a bit of history. My Millennium has actually been around for 10 years. But 2 years ago, we revamped the hospitality program. We wanted to make it more intentional, more personalized, and yes, we are a smaller program, but we wanted to reach our guests and make sort of an impact. It is more than just a loyalty program. It is a strategic engagement ecosystem, basically connecting guests across all global portfolio. So like Emilie said, we wanted to create more experiences, more connections with our guests. So just a quick introduction to our loyalty program. So our loyalty program continues to be a major growth for Millennium. Through My Millennium, members can redeem, earn rewards across stays, dining, and curated member experiences. Our program not only enhances guest retention, but also kind of directs engagement and customer lifetime value. So our focus actually for Millennium is basically to deepen our connections with our guests, data-driven engagement, and creating more meaningful member experiences for our program and our brand put together. It's a really short presentation of Millennium and our loyalty program.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much, Carolyn. So before, I'm sitting in the middle, right? I'm not part of a brand. We're a consultancy company, so my role is a bit more, what is actually going on around loyalty at the moment? What's the status? And so I want to ask you, those that work for a hotel organization, who does not have a loyalty program? All right, some hands up, interesting. Meaning most actually do. So I wanted to show you a couple of statistics quickly. And I already got some numbers wrong. So this is from an AI summary, so please forgive me if anybody thinks these numbers are wrong. But irrespective, they are massive, right? When you look at it, this is in millions, how many members these big brands actually have. They have more members than most countries have inhabitants, actually, right? So there's a hell of a lot out there, right? So when you look at, all the big guys here. I added all AccorPlus.
Thank you.
And Emily, you would like this. It should be 500,001 now, because I actually subscribed.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you made me very curious about it, so I
There you
did that. And I'm part of the 2.5 million, which is actually 4.4
million.
right? So my apologies for that, right? Still, so it is much smaller, but it's not small, right? Let's face that. And then I just wanted to share a couple of the other players out there, these affiliations like GHA Discovery or I Prefer or Leaders Club, right? Which is similar in nature, but smaller in scale, to a degree at least, right? But I thought just to put this out there. So it is really a big commercial battleground, right? I mean, not only from how we want to engage with guests, but it is really big topic when it comes to talking to investors. It can actually change the numbers on the stock exchange as well, and so on. So getting membership is extremely important for brands, and I'm sure you all know that. I came across a really interesting article, however, the other day by Pedro Contracot, who I have not heard before, but anyway, I thought it was really interesting. He summarized a bit what's actually out there in terms of liability. Liability meaning points that are just sitting there unused. And that I thought was, wow, that's really remarkable. Intuitively, I think we all know that a lot of, members are sort of inactive. I mean, I don't know. I have, sorry, I'm member of all Accor as well, and my Millennium, and a lot others, and including airlines and so on. I'm probably contributing to this as well, and I'm sure you all are in this room. Right, so, but it really made me think, wow, where is this going when we are enrolling? People are collecting points, but they're not really spending them. So a couple of other statistics, and this is very high level, right? But in general, 50% of loyalty members are actually inactive. And when I talk loyalty, I'm talking across industry. So this is not just hospitality, this is other points-based systems as well, like airlines, retail, what have you. And on average, consumers belong to about 18 programs, but are only actively using around 7, so 50% of that again, right? So makes me think, of course, when it comes to true engagement, does it really do the job? And that's the questions that I'm gonna have later to the two ladies. And then I wanted to share this a little bit, and I'm sure we all do this, right? Member rates. Member rates is the new, our weapon in hospitality to really secure direct against OTAs. But what I also notice is, and again, I'm outside of this. I'm a traveler as well, right? I book hotels, of my liking. Sometimes I come across hotels that actually force you to become a member first before you can even book. So no longer is it just a benefit of being a member, it's a must become a member. I question sometimes, of course, well, is that then really true loyalty? Can you then really go and talk about how amazingly, organically you've grown your membership base? I don't know. Food for thought. And everybody does it, right? So again, if everybody does it, does it do the job? So what are we really measuring is what I question sometimes. Is it really loyalty in its traditional sense, or are we buying membership to a degree as well? So look, where I come from, it's all around about guest engagement, right? And loyalty or brand preference is built in moments, right? And the different moments during the stay, but certainly also before the stay and afterwards, right? So this is where I believe what's really more important is that recognition is also beyond room nights, right? And then I have some questions for you later on this, Emilie. There's a lot of focus now on total guest value because everything is so experience-driven now, and really recognition across the guest end-to-end journey before they even come and stay with us. So in my point of view, in my neutral point of view, the biggest loyalty opportunity is not acquisition, it's actually activation. And that is with or without programs, I believe, right? Not saying programs aren't important. So let me ask a couple of questions. So Emilie, you touched on this already a bit. So AccorPlus Explorer sits on top of all Accor, basically, right?
Correct.
So I wrote down some numbers that you mentioned. Are you saying that they spend 4 times more on average and also on other than rooms? Can you be a bit more detailed here?
So you mentioned activation, right? And that's really what the purpose of AccorPlus as a company when it was built 30 years ago is to activate and to drive revenue to Accor Hotel and Restaurant, right? Yeah. And when you talked about the percentage of active member, well, most of our members are engaged because they pay for it, right? So from the beginning they are engaged because they buy it intentionally and they choose to become loyal, right? Now, the activation, we try to make it as easy as possible because we're part of daily life. So it's not only about when you're traveling, it can also be locally through staycation, for instance, but it's also through dining. So you do not need to travel, you can use a restaurant next door, and in Singapore you've got many, to actually use your benefit and your discounts. The dining benefits for it, and it's for your friends, family, but could be for business. I'll give you an example, and we've got a lot of members like this that are entrepreneurs having small companies. You get 30% discount on food up to 10 people. I've got members that come to restaurant with 10 people, 9 clients in them, and they save 30%. I can tell you at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, it's a massive saving, right? Plus then the experience, and that's really what has changed, I think, in that what we saw in the research. And coming back to Nat as well. Nat's parents, they went into the program to make the budget go further. It was about the value, what they were getting. Nat, who is also a member now, it's about the experience. So it's not about owning things. It's about living moments, sharing with your friends, and being able to tell the story. So what she used in the program, she also used the accommodation benefit, but she goes to Oasis at the Accor Arena Stadium in Sydney, she's coming to F1, she goes to those experiences, right? And this is what we are trying to give more to our members. Last week we had the disappearing bar at the Fairmont laundry plant.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was really incredible.
Amazing.
And if you have not been there, you will never see it. It's over. It was 2 days exclusive access to our members, right? So it's really this type of things that we want to give to our members. That's a sentiment of belonging and ability to tell stories.
Yeah. Okay, very interesting. I mean, and is it correct that every member, at least of the 501,000, is basically the same, right? There's no tiering within.
No. So when you become a member, you are automatically an all Accor member. So you earn points, and thanks to your points and your tier points, you are able to achieve gold, platinum, and so on and so forth. So as an Explorer member, when you pay your membership, automatically you get to gold level.
Yeah.
Which means that whenever you stay, you accelerate your points earning, and that gets you to platinum, diamond, and so on. So you can be an all AccorPlus Explorer member, gold minimum, and then platinum, diamond.
All right, okay, understood.
Right.
Thanks. So Carolyn, I mean, you are working for a smaller player, obviously. So what's your take in this big fat ocean? I mean, there's Envoy with over 200 million members. I mean, what's your challenge on that, if there is one, or is it actually an opportunity?
No, actually, we oftentimes get asked, right, like, what are some of your challenges? Yes, there are the bigger players out there. You've got your Bonvoy, you've got your Hilton. They definitely have the recognition. But we're intentionally small. I think something you said earlier, is it all about acquisition or is it really about activation? Yeah. So we're 4.4 million members with an active retention of 17%. And that's one of our key KPIs, is to grow that active retention. We don't have a subscription model, but we're also 3 different tiers. So as you join, you're a classic member. And automatically, as you earn through dining and stays, you don't necessarily have to come into or stay at a hotel to earn dining points. You can just go to any of our restaurants across the globe and earn your points. And as you sort of spend through your dining and stays, you move up the tiers. So classic, silver, prestige. For us, I think sometimes being smaller allows you to be more intentional in how you build more guest relationships. I think more importantly, our general managers or our front office teams are able to recognize our members, especially our prestige members or silver members, as soon as they walk through the restaurant doors and or our hotel stays. So Philip, if you're checking in at the M Social Singapore today, and this is your preference, if you fly out and check in at the M Social Paris, it is the same sort of preference you're going to get. So Philip doesn't like a room next to the lift. Philip is not going to get a room next to the lift across the globe. And that, I think, is what Millennium is. It stands for, basically. Okay.
So it's really your customer insights database.
It is more customer insights, right? Our database, our members speak to us. Yeah. Look, we're not here to compete with the big players. I would love to, but we respect the big players. We know what they can achieve. We are intentionally growing. We want to create that emotional sort of connection with our guests. I don't think loyalty these days are all about, for me personally, transactional. I think emotional loyalty grows member retention, and I think it extends customer lifetime value.
Yeah. Okay, no, fantastic. But I have another question for you, which is more on that transactional front. So you are also playing the game of members' rates, right? So can you tell us a bit, does it work? I mean, do you really win more business direct? I mean, does it do the job that you want it to do, or tell us?
Yeah, absolutely. I think just like any other loyalty program, member rates and direct bookings are important commercial levers. We need it. But loyalty cannot just become purely transactional. Discounts may drive conversions for us, and it is definitely working. But I think emotional loyalty is, like I said before, what drives our retention and enrollment. I think the more we storytell, the more we connect with our guests, the more we make it easier and seamless for them through the booking channels, basically before they book, when they're experiencing the stay, and after. This is really what drives the stays back to our brand.
Yeah, okay, thank you. And how is that for AccorPlus Explorer?
So you may have seen that now that you are an Explorer, you get access to a higher member rate. 15% discount all across the world. Okay, so that's the basis. For us, yes, it's a massive driver, but it's not the only driver as a subscriber. For a year membership, you get 2 free nights. You get access to specific offers. So I was talking about Red Hot Room before, minus 50%. Any other stay offer or packages during the year, and the 15% member rate. So it's the basic, basically. If there is nothing else available, you get 15% discount. So yes, for us, it drives a lot of engagement and of revenue, but it's a basic level.
Okay. So, needless to say, you have to book direct to enjoy these benefits,
absolutely,
right? So
absolutely. And not only our member book direct, they book through the app, right? Because it's all embedded. I was talking about the subscription economy before. All the expectations are fluid because people use Spotify, Netflix, and so on. They are used to this type of seamless experience. So that's what we need to reproduce. And that's why most of our members use the app, because it's just seamless.
No, very, very interesting. All right, so time to wrap up. But I want to ask you, but to both of you, I mean, where do you where do you see the future? I mean, subscription, I mean, that's obviously for you the way to go, but you still need the backbone of Accor,
Yes.
all Accor, right?
Yep.
Your millions of people. Is that who you go after?
Not only,
Okay.
but a lot, yeah.
Okay.
That's our base. So for us, it's about partnership. So how do you build that ecosystem so that you are embedded into people's daily life, right? And for us, it's about scaling to new geographies.
All right, excellent. And for you, I mean, is it?
I think for us, it's also about sort of looking to commercial, strong partnerships for our loyalty program, definitely to grow the ecosystem. But I think more importantly, it's about creating more meaningful relationships, definitely supported by great technology. So we're also driven by our app. So it's easy. I think these days, everybody has a loyalty app.
Yeah.
And of course, staying through to grounded, trusted hospitality, which is what Millennium Hotels is all about.
Well, thank you very much for your insights, ladies.